If you are a residency applicant looking to gain research experience, you may wonder as to what are the necessary skills to do research work. Here are my suggestions. Absolutely, the first thing to know is typing. There are no ways around it. You have to be excellent with your typing skills. There are tons of free online courses, so if you still need to brush up on your typing skills, go ahead and improve your typing ability. The second is the ability to do a literature search. Now, this takes a lot of time, and I highly suggest becoming comfortable using PubMed search, that is pubmed.gov. It's nice to pay a little bit of attention to focusing your research based on the type of research article that you're looking at, either a review article or original research or editorial. You can also filter the search results based on the year of publication and also the language. And so whenever you do a literature search, you will end up with many papers, but you really need to work with your research mentor in trying to understand how to narrow down your literature search results so that you can then begin coming up with a research idea or using it to write the paper. Which brings us to the next skill to absolutely have is writing skills. You absolutely need to work on having very good communication skills, especially writing skills. And this basically means, by that I mean the ABC of writing, that is accuracy, brevity, and clarity. And this comes with practice. So just keep working at it, keep writing as much as you can with your research mentor. And the first few drafts will not be perfect, but the more you work with your research mentor, the better you'll become at it, and the faster you'll become at it. Things like you cannot, if you're doing like an observational study, you cannot really, you have to be careful with your choice of words, and you cannot use the words that doing so and so caused this outcome. You have to use words like having a certain risk factor is associated with having this outcome. So that's where the writing skills and the communication skills are very important. The fourth skill to have to do research is how to use a reference manager or a program to help with your reference citations, such as EndNote. There's another one called PaperPile. And this is very important when you really have to, when you're writing your paper and need to, write the citations in the format that the journal requires. So again, there are tons of online courses, free ones too, that you can review. You need to be very good with Excel tables and creating tables. Just be very comfortable with it. You need to be very good with making graphs and figures. So again, become very comfortable with using common things like even things like paintbrush for that matter, and trying to convert the pictures to PDFs and those kind of things. On the personality side, you need to be very good about meeting deadlines. So you need to be focused, organize your work, and absolutely meet the deadline that you and your research mentor have set forth. This, because if you don't do that, you'll be thought of as being lazy, and you will not really be getting a very strong letter of recommendation if you fail to meet deadlines. Also, you need to make sure you meet the guidelines, that is the directions that your research mentor has set forth for you. You also need to be very good at organizing your work and presenting your work either on PowerPoint, slides, not to make the slides very busy, and try to make it very visually engaging nowadays that our attention spans are so short. And there are, again, lots of YouTube videos to help you out with that. Finally, don't be shy of taking credit when credit is due to you. So don't be shy, don't be modest, be bold, be assertive, and when you feel that the work that you have done merits at least being a co-author in the paper, do ask your mentor, and I would even suggest clarifying that before you get yourself involved in a research project. The last point I want to make is you absolutely do not need to be proficient in SPSS or SAS or Stata or any of those biostatistical software, because a lot of times you will be working with a biostatistician, but you need to be able to understand how to take the results, the reports by the biostatistician that are generated, and how to present that in your paper, when to include the p-value, the chi-square value, degrees of freedom, and those kind of biostatistical terms. So that's where you as a clinician need to know where to use the odds ratio, how to present it, and how to write that up. So I hope these skills are helpful to you, and do develop these skills before you go forth asking for or trying to work with a research mentor. And this will really show you as someone who's very well prepared and ready to do their best to gain important research experience. All the best.